Good afternoon, good evening, this is John Paul Rye. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Got a little cold, still pushing through. Gonna give a shout out to Fanatics of Film because I know they've been fighting this Brie Larson thing pretty hard, and I'm gonna get into it now. She made a statement about 40-year-old white dudes a little while back, and that's what this article's about, but it's about her defending herself about that statement, which I haven't heard yet, actually. They made a little mistake in the article. I think it was deliberate. I'll start with that. An earlier version of the story quoted Brie Larson as saying, "I do not need a 70-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time." Larson actually said, "40-year-old, we have corrected in this story and regret the error." Okay, maybe. I don't know IndieWire so well, but if they're going to put out a piece about Brie Larson defending herself, maybe a shill-type website. I've heard of them. I don't know everything about everything, but okay. Then they quote her saying, "Am I saying I hate white dudes? Ask the Oscar-winning Room actress." Why mention she's an Oscar winner? Who the F cares? I mean, ugh. A question that she'd repeat twice more during her speech. She answered with a sneer, "No, I'm not. But if you make the movie that is a love letter to women of color, there is an insanely low chance a woman of color will have a chance to see your movie and review your movie." Larson continued, "Audiences are not allowed enough chances to read public disclosure on these films by the people that the films were made for. I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him. I want to know what it meant to women of color, to biracial women, to teen women of color, to teens that are biracial." Well, how about she asks them? She's famous. If she put out a YouTube video asking these women about, what A Wrinkle in Time meant to them, she'd probably get 1 million freaking views. Alright, well there's just that. But also, here's the thing. I don't know if it's the fault of white dudes that these reviews aren't getting to women of color or women of interest for the film. I can't say. I don't know so much about marketing the film industry, but I would assume it wouldn't be that hard for them to show the movie to the target audience and report on what the target audience felt. She's kind of complaining about a broken system in Hollywood anyway. It doesn't really make sense to say something about 40-year-old white males, and why white? Then she goes on to say, "It really sucks that reviews matter," she conceded. "Good reviews out of films give small independent films a fighting chance to be bought and seen. Good reviews help films gross money. Good reviews slingshot films into award contenders. A good review can change your life. It changed mine." So here's the thing. If I really put on my Democratic hat here, I could kind of see where she's coming from, that the industry is unfair and that maybe white dudes do dominate the critics and things like that. But, just to say white dude and not pick out any other race does make you kind of a racist. And what racist means to me is when you claim a certain race can't do something as good as another race, or in sports, or something like that. As far as sexist, when you're sexist, you call out something that the other gender can't do, not necessarily that the gender is simply doing that or not doing that. That's not sexist. For example, Mary Sue is not sexist. It's gender defining, like waiter or waitress. So I've been called sexist on Reddit over and over because I call Ray Mary Sue. It's gender defining. It's not sexist. Sexist would be saying something that a man could do that a woman can't. It's different. So that brings me to a serious question. Do I really think that Brie Larson is racist against 40-year-old white males? I don't know. I mean, she's, 30-something white female? She's got to have a father who's probably in his 60s or 70s. I don't know. You guys know better than me. Maybe she has a brother. She must have some friends. Probably, friends from way back too, because back in the 70s, 80s when she was growing up, she probably lived in a predominantly white area, so she probably got a lot of white friends too, so she's just really insulting all these people she knows as well. So that brings me to Captain Marvel. Am I going to see it? No, I'm not, because it looks uninteresting, and even if she did defend herself properly, which I don't really think she did, she just kind of made a bunch of points about the industry that were just kind of hit or miss, and she could be doing something about it herself. I don't want to hear this busy shit. Everyone's too busy to do everything. She could do this if it's that important to her. If it's important enough to her to risk saying a racist statement in the media, then she could, get some of these reviews going herself. Start a Brie Larson channel. Reviews for you. Whatever. So yeah, I'm not seeing Captain Marvel because, first of all, it looks pretty boring. I mean, I was going to say it looks like every other superhero movie, but it looks worse than most of them. So what's the point? I go to like one movie a year, which is why I was like so disappointed with The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens, because it's like a big event to me. I don't see like a movie every week, like, oh, that one was good, that one wasn't good. I wait a long time, and I gotta kind of make special plans for people to watch my kids, tell the wife, yo, I really gotta see this one. So, Captain Marvel. And yeah, if you want to dislike this video, I know my Captain Marvel videos get a little more dislikes than usual. Go right ahead. I'm not seeing Captain Marvel. I don't really like Brie Larson so much. Dislike if you like. I know who you are. Anyway, this community is growing little by little. Please consider clicking that subscribe button, especially if you don't like The Last Jedi and you're not really feeling Captain Marvel. Then we got a lot to talk about. Nice community here. I do shout-outs, special thanks, things like that. I even feature people's videos sometimes. Maybe if you have a small channel, you want yours featured. Said enough. See you next time.